People, what's happening? Peace, love, and light. Alright, so my content is for educational purposes only. Can't stress enough you guys do your own research. I praise my content. Reach out, or leave in the comments if you come across any errors. I don't feel as though I'm beyond reproach. None of us have lived long enough to know all that transpired in the past, and none of us can live long enough to know all there is to learn. With that being said, man, I want y'all to jam with me for a minute. This is what I do. I'm a music guy. I'm into the music. You understand what I'm saying to you?
So I've got my essay
well, let me get past this real fast. Just bear with me.
How I use Grammarly to edit.
Okay. Hold on, man. Hold tight. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Let's get right. Let's get right. You dig? Yeah. If you don't know who this is already, then you might not be old enough to get down with this here video. You dig? One of the best that ever did it. Hands down, the best ad-libber. Oh man, let's hear it. Let me see. Let me turn that thing up. So fine. Look so good. So fine. I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. Want you to want you, baby, just like I want you. The love I want every time, sweet darling. But half of love is all I feel. Oh, too bad, just too sad. You don't want me now a little bit, but I'm gonna change your mind somehow, oh baby. I want you the right way, baby. I want you, and I want you to want me too. I want you, baby. Oh. This one-way love is just a fantasy. All sugar to share is precious, pure and fair. Don't play with something you should cherish for life. Don't you wanna care? Ain't it lonely out there? Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. All right. I played that, man, because it has a lot to do with the video. You know, I played that at the beginning, man, because sometimes I sit back and I look at the condition that we in as far as where society is, man. You know, everything's all about the money now. You know, everything's all about those green, colorful pieces of paper. You know, nobody really has, it's a very few of us. A lot of people don't have no compassion or empathy, for nobody else, Don't even give a fuck about nobody else, And then those of us that do, let me say it this way. Then for the ones that do, and you tell me if I'm wrong, because I know I ain't the only one with eyes that work. But you see that they're more preoccupied with other people's perception of their position, as it relates to, it may be their relationship, shit is just different now, man. Like, and only reason why it matters is because, to me, let me talk about me. I like to keep the focus on me. But the reason why it matters, though, is because, man, music has always been known to calm the savage beast. This is why this is the kind of music I listen to. All that other shit, don't get me wrong. Even the rhymes I write, only the old ones are talking about that street shit. But I was actually living that shit when I was writing that shit. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not even in that shit no more. So the lyrics that I write now, they on a whole different wavelength, frequency and vibration. But just to get back to, the crux of the subject matter, and that's basically, man, like, society in all its facets, the government and all the millions that they done spent, MK Ultra, all the, you pick them, it's a dozen of them, it's more than a dozen of them, but I'm just saying, all the different, programs that they done invested millions in, to control people's mind, cause see, I mentioned it before, and I'm gonna mention it again, because I don't want this to get past y'all, especially you young individuals, the younger individuals. I mean, and I know y'all probably ain't trying to hear that shit, but I never underestimate the power of planting a seed, because the subconscious mind is always on record, Jack. You might not get it today, you might not get it tomorrow, you might not get it 5 years from now. But at the end of the day, what I do know is it may even take for you to have to go through a thing or a situation. And that might be what conjures up something you heard from me, or somebody that talks like I talk, or comes from the type of position and knowledge base that I come from. Oh shit, damn, that's what he was talking about all that time. I've been there. I ain't always been 40 something years old. You know what I mean? I was a young boy too before. And I know in my young boy age, I wasn't trying to hear shit. Don't tell me shit that I ain't asked you about. This is where I was at, so I get it. I relate. I can relate. Don't get it fucked up. I definitely can relate. But see, the difference in when I was growing up and what's happening now, is there's so many subtle influences, you know, that people just don't really pay no mind to, man. You know, the way the commercials is now, you know, the way they look at the cartoons for the babies. Man, the cartoons is retarded now. You know, and you wonder why, or you wonder how. You know, let me get back on subject, man. I'm already straying. But basically, man, like this wasn't meant to be a long video, but I just felt the need, man, because like, you know, everybody, you know, is so undignified, you know, got a sense of entitlement, ego big as the Empire State Building, you know. Everybody's that nigga or a bad bitch or a killer. Come on, man. You know, it's you know, it's crazy, like, but you know, everybody is putting their energy into the image, you know, and this don't apply to everybody, man, you know, but you look yourself in the mirror and measure yourself against the shit that you're hearing right now, you know, because I know, you know, even though I was real about everything I did, you know, when I was engaged in whatever I was engaged in, I didn't always want to, you know, it was times, you know, I remember I was 14. And that's when I, you know, started asking myself questions like, damn, I've said it on another video. This can't be all there is to life. You know, I've been home, you know, going on 14 years now. You know, matter of fact, let me see, it's 22, 09, yeah, around 13, you know, give or take some months. I ain't gonna do the whole math, you know, but at the end of the day, like, even when I came home this time, you know, and I've done better the last time I was in the game than I've ever done in the game. No consignment, none of that. But at the end of the day, it came a point real fast where I was like, man, like, I don't even feel the same about this shit. You know what I mean? And that's just me, you know, but you know, everybody don't, you know, evolve. Some people are cool with doing what we was doing as teens and early 20-year-old cats. And that's fine, man. Listen, I'm not down to nobody for how they choose to get it. What I am saying is, you know, that I just don't see it helping us at all. You know, it's definitely not helping us on a collective level. Yeah, it may help you and your family and those that you love, you know, but we gotta, you know, I just feel, in my opinion, man, we gotta start thinking bigger than that, man. We gotta start thinking bigger than that, man. I know somebody, man, I work with, man. Good dude, man. You know, and you know, he and I talked, and he broke down, you know, whereas though it's not group economics that he's indulged in, it's, how can I put a term on it? It's like, you know, him and a few other individuals, they do what the other folks is doing. They put their money together and they getting it together, you know. And it's sad that more of us can't do that. You know, you gotta have a group of individuals, man, that ain't on ego, that ain't, you know, egotistical and worrying about if somebody made 2 cents more than them. You know what I mean? It's sad, and you know, it ain't really funny as I'm laughing at it, but at the end of the day, it's real. You actually got people that's worrying about, this motherfucker made 50 cents more than me. I don't like that shit. You know, so how can we collectively do anything to improve our situation. You know, we've known for years we got the economic power. We just can't get along worth a fuck. Too many petty beefs and personal shit that stand in the way of all that's there to gain. And like, you know, at the end of the day, man, the shit ain't about nothing. Shit ain't about nothing, man. A lot of the things that, you know, I'm gonna talk about myself. I know a lot of the shit that I used to stand on, you know, far as the position I came from, was implemented here by somebody the fuck else. You know? Come on, man. People done died, you know, and doing forever, you know. And they wasn't even coming from their own mind. This is how serious shit is, man. It ain't different. It's just more pronounced now than it was when I was a young dude. You know, jokes too cool. You know, it's just a lot of shit, man. Like, you know, I'ma hurt this motherfucker before they get a chance to hurt me. I'ma shit on this nigga before he get the chance to shit on me. All that shit stem from something, man. Can you spell fear? The fuck is you scared of? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that's what it all revolves around, man. You either let somebody get in your ear, or you scared because of your past traumatic experiences that you have yet to deal with, and you don't want to experience that again. So if you get the inclination that somebody, you know, and don't get me wrong, sometimes it's warranted, but at the end of the day, man, like, you know, you ain't gonna get nowhere being scared. This is why I put out the videos that I put out, man. You know, I got, you know, and shout out to my subscribers, man. You know, I ain't got many, but I'm grateful for the ones that I have, man. You know, I know the shit I talk about ain't popular. I know that, you know. A lot of us are still stuck on, you know, being fed from our oppressors. You know, and that's just the facts. You know, scared of anything that they don't sanction. You know, motherfuckers look at me, you see this shit here? As soon as motherfuckers see me, oh, what's that, some voodoo shit? If it was, motherfucker, it come from your culture. Learn about it. You know? It's crazy, man. You know, but, you know, it's human nature, man. People fear what they don't understand. You know? You know, it's just, but again, man, like getting back to the song, man, you know, I played the song, man, as, you know, just to point, you know, push a point, man, that, you know, you gotta understand something, man. You know, there's been an agenda against people that look like me for a long time. And there's definitely an agenda for individuals that embody, you know, intellect, that are outspoken, natural born leaders, you know, can formulate ideas and execute them from their own mind instead of needing to be led. There's always been an agenda against individuals of that stature and nature. You know, they used to hot tar and feather them, tie them to 4 horses and pull them apart in front of everybody. You know, and look, man, I'm not gonna get all the way into it, man, but, you know, well, I done got into it. But at the end of the day, man, like, I just, you know, the main point for this video, man, is basically, man, it goes back to the very first video I did, man. Let no man, entity, or thing decide who you become or want to become in this life. Don't let nobody make that type of decision for you, man, because only you live within your skin. And like I've said on another video previous to now, you know, when the thralls of death come at you, you know, and the veil's lifted, and you get to find out, of course it's too late. You got to be recycled. If you know, you know. You know, but when you get to find out that all the shit that people like me been talking about is actually the reality, and you've been being misled all your motherfucking life, and you've exerted your energy, time, and attention into a whole bunch of, you know, technology, deception, and lies, you know, be too late then, you know, be too late, bro. But, you know, don't be scared to love, man. You know, it's the strongest, it's the most powerful vibration there is. Don't be too cool or too thuggish or too much of a gangster to show love. And it doesn't matter whether it's to your lady, to your family members. You know, we all human, we fuck up. We're gonna make mistakes. They gonna make mistakes too, you know. And always remember, strength is not measured by, you know, what you're capable of doing physically. It's about how can you contain yourself when you're angered. Because it's harder to do the right thing. It's always been harder to do the right things than it is to do the wrong things. It's easy to, you know, how hard is it to pull a trigger? How hard is it to pick up a pack or rob something or somebody, you know, or pull the jokes, whichever way the jokes come, whether it's scamming, you know, whatever it is, instead of, you know, doing it on the up and up. You know what I mean? You know, it's just like, you know, all of the energy exerted from the opposition is catered around enticing us to want the things that you can definitely have, but you want it yesterday. You know, you don't want to have to go through a whole lot to get it. And then when you get it, you're looking down on everybody else that ain't got it. You know, you know, hey man, everybody's their own man and every woman's their own woman. They're gonna do what they want to do, but I ain't worried about, you know, taking the path less traveled, because I know it's other individuals that's gonna resonate with everything that I'm saying on this video, man. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, it's cool for those that don't. It's alright, you know. I ain't interested in, you know, being the most popular or having a million motherfuckers. I ain't with all. I mean, it is what it is. If it come, that's what's up, you know. But at the end of the day, man, like I noticed, like I said, I know the shit that I talk about ain't popular because a lot of people don't even read. You got so many people that's involved in shit that they don't even understand what they involved in. They haven't even studied it. They couldn't give you a chronological timeline throughout history that they didn't get from school. You know? And that's still not a knock to nobody. You know, we ain't been taught the right shit. We ain't been given the tools. Hov said that on the 444 album. You know? It's you know, it's just a little disheartening, man, that, you know, like I said, man, this conscious thing, man, it's for those of us that it's not cliche and we not trying to just be seen, you know, or looked upon in a certain way, man. It ain't because you see shit. You know, you understand things on different levels, man, and you see what's being perpetrated. You see what people is falling hook, line, and sinker into. You know, and they'll fight you tooth and nail about it. This is why I don't push it. You know, I pretty much know, you know, if somebody's gonna be receptive to it based off a conversation I have with the individual. And you know, it's cool, man. You know, I just think that, you know, our attention is in the wrong place, you know, as a collective. You know, we worrying about a lot of the wrong shit, man. Especially when we have no power. We have no power on the world stage, man. We are looked at as the joke. And I've said that before, you know. So, man, look, I'm going to let this go. You know, it's a lot of it's a lot that's been left unsaid, but if you can, you know, go deeper than the surface of the shit that I done said, then you hear all that too, you know. But again, man, you know, just don't be scared to love, man. Don't be too cool to be who you are, you know. And don't be scared of somebody else's perception, you know. Because if you at peace with the world, then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be at war with yourself. I'd much rather be at peace with myself than at war with the world. You know. So yo, man, y'all be easy. And I see y'all on the next one, man. Long.